And good evening. Welcome to The Last Word. As many of you will notice, there's not a bald, shiny head gleaming through your TV tonight, as Mark Downey is unavailable to attend his own show. So, having said that, my name's Troy Alsaker. This is Craig Brown next to me. Craig, how's it going tonight?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah,
No
glad to be
complaints?
here.
All right. Craig's actually one of our inspectors for our property management company at Mark Downey and Associates, and it's been kind of a crazy last couple of weeks. Would you agree with that?
That's the understatement of the week right there.
Right, well, we've had quite a bit of flooding, and it seems like if it doesn't stop raining tonight, we might not be in the same situation.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of rain going on right now, and I'm already starting to see flooding out there.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Well, we apologize to all the homeowners that have had any kind of damage to their homes in the flooding. And Craig, can you kind of tell us a little bit as you're going out to these inspections, what you're seeing? Is there anything that you could let these homeowners know about to prepare in the future for something? Or
honestly, I'm seeing a lot of water spots on ceilings from roof leaks. Some of them, it doesn't appear that they actually have roof damage, but there was so much water coming in that was actually curling up underneath. Wow. And causing water to come in. But if anybody had any roof problems, they found that out here in the past week and a half.
Yeah, right.
But we're seeing a lot of homes with water damage in the roof, the ceiling, coming underneath the doors. It's been pretty bad.
Yeah, it has. I've had a couple of listings of mine. Bristol Park or Bristol Creek, of course, got hit very bad. And it's really heartbreaking. Yeah. A lot of these places, homeowners didn't have any kind of flood insurance because they're not in a flood zone. So one thing that we recommend moving forward, obviously, if you don't have flood insurance, it's only like $200 or $300 to get a policy on your house if you're not in a flood zone. So, I think we all kind of saw after this last flooding that's a good idea.
Definitely makes me want to call my agent and re-up because it's not looking good. My next door neighbor actually got completely flooded. So and we don't live anywhere near water. Until last week.
A lot of new waterfront properties. It seems like
waterfront, water behind.
Coming from California, it's like going from the two extremes. Out in California, we didn't have any rain for periods of years. To then coming out here to Florida, it's just amazing. How much water fell. They said 20 inches, I think, in a period of like 12 hours. Which is just unfathomable.
It was 26.41 or something like that in about 12 to 14 hours. It was incredible.
That is really incredible. There's a couple of stories out there that I was reading about just to give you guys some insight. There's 17,500 cubic yards of debris from flooded homes being piled up in the streets of Gulf Breeze alone.
Wow.
So one thing that they're kind of touching on here is a lot of that stuff can be recycled. As one gentleman said, people need to separate their things. There's the rubber in a rubber pile, metal in a metal pile, plastic in a plastic pile, and there's a lot of people that'll come out and take some of that stuff and recycle it for you. So I know it's tough. Again, we're getting more rain, but if you're wondering what to do with all that stuff out there, we're waiting for the county or the city to come and pick it up. Might be a good idea to have it separated out, and we can thus recycle these things that otherwise are going to the dumps.
Yeah. So. Those that were here for Ivan know this scenario all too well.
Right.
But it's so easy just to put everything out by the curbside and let the county pick it up. And those that have gone through so much destruction, their whole house flooded, it's so easy just to put everything out and not worry about it. But we really don't want to do that. There was an overload during Ivan or after Ivan, and it's just going to be the same type of scenario again. So we really need to be careful what we put out. There's a lot of stuff that's not biodegradable, some things that are hazardous. So we need to do our best to be environmentally conscious and get things put in the right place.
Absolutely. Another note that we had kind of seen over here and going out in your inspections is to be wary of some of these contractors that are out there. And I actually had one client of mine give me a call and say, man, I've had 3 or 4 contractors just come out of the woodwork giving me a call. Hey, we can fix your house. We can tear out any kind of damage that you've had. So a lot of these you got to be careful of. They're not licensed. They're not bonded. They're just out here to make a quick buck. buck. But what you have to realize is, not licensed, bonded, or insured, if a worker gets hurt or killed on your property and they're not insured or licensed, you're going to end up picking up the bill for that.
Yeah, you can easily get sued and lose.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very, very important. And we realize that to find a contractor that is licensed, bonded, and insured is probably going to cost you a little more.
Right.
But as the old saying goes, you get what you pay for.
Exactly.
I've seen too many times where a storm happens in certain area, Kansas, where they have tornadoes. Contractors will come out of the woodwork, and they give you a price, and it sounds like a great price. They get the work done in a timely manner, and then they skip town, and you don't have any leg to stand on when the next rain comes, your roof leaks, and you have nobody to call. Your insurance isn't going to pick up the tab on that because they weren't approved contractors. Exactly. So you're up the creek without a paddle. That's a really bad pun to use this time.
That's all right. Other things people are talking about with these floods, especially in Gulf Breeze, they're 2 weeks after the floods are still pumping out water. So a lot of people are starting to question, what can we do to prevent this in the future? And Gulf Breeze is starting to consider forming a stormwater task force. I know that I had heard, like Bristol Creek, there's several talks about lawsuits that are pending. I heard some of the storm drains weren't open like they should have been, and this is just speculation again, what I've heard. But it might be a good idea to get together with the neighborhood if you guys were ones that were flooded, and maybe get a stormwater task force together and see what you guys can do as a neighborhood to to rally up, maybe get some sandbags ahead of time if we think we're going to have a big storm like we are right now, and come together as a community to see if we can prevent this again from happening again. So.
Yeah, and this is the time of year where a lot of people's gutters are full. A lot when the oak leaves come down, pine straw, and you want to make sure your gutters are free. Of course, if they weren't free and clean a week and a half ago, you probably already know about it.
Exactly. Well, a lot of people are wondering in the real estate side of things, and I know Mark kind of likes to go into sports and politics, and of course he isn't here tonight to kind of carry those conversations. To be honest, I know Craig. I can't speak for Craig, but I've been so busy because of the flooding. The last couple of weeks, I haven't even had time to watch any sports or catch up with any politics. So,
yes.
So we'll kind of continue on the real estate side of things. A lot of people are wondering, what's this flood and this damage? What is it going to do to the market? You have basically a lot of homes that were on the market that were for sale that aren't any longer because they are flooded.
Yes.
So if you're selling your home, be comforted in knowing that the supply has been reduced. And in any economics class I've taken anyways, you lower the supply, it should in turn raise the demand. So
absolutely.
If you have your house for sale, be comforted by that. Of course, we're approaching summertime. Kids are out of school, which is really the prime time for the market. And then conversely, you have some people that were displaced, sadly enough, and I'm not one to capitalize on people's, say ambulance chaser, if you will, but It is what it is. Some people are displaced and maybe get insurance settlements and are going to be looking to buy homes. So again, if your home is on the market and you might not have seen as much activity recently, I can say keep holding on, because I think we're going to see quite a bit of an increase here as we move further along into summertime.
Yeah, and the same goes for the rental market as well. Our inventory is drastically lower than it was just a couple weeks ago, and same thing. People are being displaced from their homes. They had a rental, and either the owner didn't have insurance, or for whatever reason they had to be moved out of their home, and now they're looking for a new home.
Right. So
the inventory is extremely low. So as we're coming into summer, when the rental market and the sales market pick up, there's not a lot out there to be had.
Right. So conversely, if you're having a hard time selling your house, might be time to think about putting it on the rental market, because we need some of that. So anyways, we're going to head to a break there, folks. We'll be right back with you, and stay with us.
Downey. Things can get crazy in the real estate business, which is why I use Surety Land Title for my escrow closings. They ensure that all paperwork and documentation is properly executed and that there are no glitches in the closing process. Whether you're a realtor, broker, or simply a homeowner or buyer looking for a great team of professionals to utilize for your closing, I strongly suggest Surety Title. Call them today at 549-2270. Hello, I'm Mark Downey, a licensed broker in Alabama and Florida. When it comes to surveys and boundary determination, I don't take chances with just anyone. I call Mark Swinney and Associates. And not just because we share the same name, more so because I know that my survey will be done professionally and on time, both of which are very important factors when navigating a closing for a client. Whether you need a simple survey or just want to know if your neighbor's fence is encroaching on your land, Swinney is the team to call. Give them a call today.
All right, and we're back. More of the last word. Craig Brown, Troy Alsaker here. Craig, we were talking a little bit about you doing some inspections, and with our rental side of the business, we do inspections every 90 days and then every 6 months. Is that correct?
We do full inspections of the home inside and out every 6 months.
Okay.
I am usually, or whoever's inspecting is usually at the home every 3 months. The reason for that, if the owner has opted for the AC service, we go every 4 months to change out the filters, make sure the AC is running properly. Once a year we flush the drain line. We just make sure it's in good working order. Here in Pensacola in the south in Florida, we really need our ACs.
Right.
And if it's not running well, it puts people in a bind really bad. As far as our inspections go, and a lot of new tenants kind of feel like it's invasive for us to go in and inspect, but there's a lot of times we go in and we find issues like roof leaks.
Right.
See things that are wrong with the home that need to be addressed.
Right.
If they have a water leak or have a problem with the door, that's one of the things I do is go in and inspect those, make sure the house is good working order. What I always tell new tenants is we're there to make sure not only that they're taking care of the home, but also the home is taking care of them.
Right.
So it's a win-win situation. The owners see that their home is being taken care of, and the tenants know that we're not just putting them in the home and then hands off and leave them to their own devices. We're making sure that the home is well maintained and good working order, and that it's safe and a perfect place for them to live.
Absolutely. And that's, I think, one thing that sets our rental company apart from any of the other ones across town is, a lot of these companies will say they'll inspect twice. Well, they inspect once before, the tenant moves in, and they'll inspect again after the tenant moves out. But, you leave 12 months there where, again, and it's, a lot of tenants think that, it's invasive and we're coming in and try and catch them off guard or try to put them in a bad situation. But like you just said, Craig, sometimes we're there and we catch things that they don't even know about, such as a roof leak or a water leak of some sort, and really we're again, we're taking care of that so that the tenant has a better quality of life.
Right.
But again, with these inspections, we're not only protecting the homeowner but also the tenant as well. And again, that sets us apart from a lot of the other management companies around town. So.
When I go to a home, I try to put myself in the tenant's perspective. Tennis shoes and think, I wouldn't want somebody coming into my home and looking at everything, but we're not there to check out people's dirty socks laying on the floor. We're looking at the structure of the home.
Right, exactly.
But I honestly love what I do because I get to see our tenants on a regular basis. I make sure that they're happy with the home, and any issues that they have, I can take those issues back to the office and get them addressed ASAP. So
kind of start a relationship with some of these tenants and get to know them on a first name basis. That's definitely one thing I love about my job too, is getting to know new people and establishing relationships with them. So
anybody knows me knows I'm a people person, so that's the best part of my job is talking with people and making sure that they're happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think you said you wanted to talk a little bit of baseball. I know Mark's, does a lot of sports and Yeah, I just haven't had time to catch up on any of it. But
well, as you mentioned, our business, we're so busy right now with the flood, with summer coming, that I honestly haven't had a whole lot of chance to sit down and watch games on a day-to-day basis. I follow them on my phone. I am an avid Cincinnati Reds fan.
Okay.
I have been a Cincinnati Reds fan since I was since I was born. It's in my blood. I remember growing up watching the Big Red Machine with my dad. So I love baseball, and I am so thankful that Quint Studer had put a Reds affiliate down here in Pensacola. I love it. Have you been to the ballpark?
I was going to say, aren't they Cincinnati Reds?
Yes.
They're a AA team for them.
Yes, they are.
I have. I've been to a couple of games, and what a blast they are.
Yeah.
Beautiful stadium on the water there, too, man.
I've been to quite a few ballparks, and man, I tell you what, they did it right.
Yeah, they did. For a AA team, I was very, very surprised. Did a good job.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, what do you think about the new replay, instant replay, changing the ruling?
Well, I can just say this. I don't follow baseball as much as I'd like, but I grew up playing it. I mean, I was in T-ball, I was 2 years old and grew up playing it. And again, the instant replay, very beneficial to NFL, basketball even, could be warranted, but baseball, I mean, come on, let's be real here. I love the game, but it's already slow enough. I mean, come on. Are we really going to do instant replays and make the games go even longer? I mean, come on, let's be real.
Well, it's a rhythm. It's a rhythm.
Right.
Now,
exactly.
grant the instant replay can throw, say, a pitcher out of rhythm.
Exactly.
But and I can see it being used for that towards the end of a game, trying to throw off maybe a closer. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, there could be some politics involved.
Yeah, which is probably why they instituted the rule of you get you can challenge once if it's overruled, then you get one more shot. So you get a maximum of two challenges per game.
Okay.
If you challenge it and the ruling stays, then you're done for the game.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure if I like that or don't like it. I don't know. And being those that worship at the altar of baseball, a lot of people have an issue with challenging a call via instant replay. But
again, it's kind of traditional. I mean, baseball is a rhythm, like you said. A tie goes to the runner. That's been something that I was taught since I was a kid, and now we're going to be instant replaying it to see if the foot or the cut. I mean, come on, it seems to be like that's.
But I mean, yes. But at the same time, you think about the fact that the game can go one way or another based on one person's ruling.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go ahead and take another break here. Please stay with us, and we'll be back shortly.
My name is Mark Downey. Things can get crazy in the real estate business, which is why I use Surety Land Title for my escrow closings. They ensure that all paperwork and documentation is properly executed and that there are no glitches in the closing process. Whether you're a realtor, broker, or simply a homeowner or buyer looking for a great team of professionals to utilize for your closing, I strongly suggest Surety Title. Call them today at 549-2270. Hello, I'm Mark Downey, a licensed broker in Alabama and Florida. When it comes to surveys and boundary determination, I don't take chances with just anyone. I call Mark Sweeney and Associates. And not just because we share the same name, more so because I know that my survey will be done professionally and on time, both of which are very important factors when navigating a closing for a client. Whether you need a simple survey or just want to know if your neighbor's fence is encroaching on your land, Sweeney is the team to call. Give them a call today.
All right, and welcome back. Of course, this is the portion of the segment where we actually go into our real estate listings. We have some beautiful homes that we're featuring today, so we'll kind of get right into it. The first listing that we're featuring, 33495 Woodlands Drive. That's in Lillian, Alabama. It's a 7-bedroom, 5.5 bath. And it's an estate. I mean, this is just a gorgeous home. It's got 300 feet of waterfront, and you are sitting up on a bluff, so there's no flood warnings. It's actually got 4 different buildings there. You have the main house you can see there to the left. You have the pool house there to the right. Then you have a detached 3-car garage, and you also have a utilities garage. I mean, we like to call this, it's kind of the Guy Harvey house, if you will. It's just unbelievable. It's completely unique. They have a boathouse there. There's 2 boat lifts. I believe it's a 186-foot dock that they have there.
Wow.
I mean, it's one of a kind. I've never seen a house like this, and you know, definitely something to check out. List price is $2,250,000. Again, located in Lillian, Alabama. Next listing we're going to feature, 133 La Paz Street. Another gorgeous waterfront home that's located off Lillian Highway.
Yeah, right on Perdido Bay.
Right on Perdido Bay, absolutely. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath home boasting 3,000 square feet. List price is $390,000. I mean, look at these views, sunset views right on the water for $390,000. That's an unbelievable price. You know, good. Please check out any of these homes, www.941home.com. As you can see there on the screen, if you want any more information. We'll go ahead and hop right into our next listing. It's 397 Creary Street. This is a really neat house as well. Also waterfront. This is located in Navy Point. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath home, 1,275 square feet of living space. Of course, you see there that we have a dock, also a boat lift there, and then of course underneath the house sits on stilts. He's got a little bar area down there, and he's got storage for your surfboards and your kayaks, and you know, this is definitely, you know, when I'm a surfer myself, I'm a water guy, I love being by the water. So I mean, if you're in that same kind of a mindset and you love being by the water, $300,000, you can literally be on the water in Navy Point in a gorgeous house.
Yeah, even if you're not into water sports, how could you not love
exactly
this house?
Right. I mean,
beautiful.
You know, we live in Florida, let's be real, you know? It's a perfect house and a very affordable rate. $300,000, you can live on the water. We'll go ahead and go to our next one, 11395 Aruba Drive.
Oh, it's a beautiful house.
Gorgeous house. This is in Manchester subdivision, which is a very desirable neighborhood in West Pensacola.
Yeah.
Off Highway 98.
I love this house.
Yeah, you've been in it quite a few times,
yeah.
I understand.
Yeah,
okay.
2 or 3 times. It's beautiful.
Beautiful house. 4-bed, 3-bath. It's got 3,000 square feet. Listed at $275,000. As you can see there, they have stainless steel appliances in the kitchen. Humongous kitchen. I mean, look at that.
Granite countertops.
Yeah, beautiful granite countertops. If you're into, you know, you're a chef, I mean, that's like a chef's dream kitchen. Lots of storage space there. Of course, you have the tray ceilings in the master bedroom there. A very spacious master bedroom as well.
Yeah, and if I recall, there's a door from the master bedroom that goes to the back porch. Just walk right out, drink your coffee in the morning. It's perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a very desirable neighborhood too. I've been through there quite a bit lately, and gotta say it's a great place to live. So we'll go on to our next one here. We have 10718 Crosscut Drive.
Also a nice home.
Also a nice one, gorgeous home. 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,100 square feet of living area. This one's listed at $225,000. This is in Millview Estates, which is West Pensacola. It's got gorgeous granite countertops. Open floor plan, 2-car garage, as you can see, and look at that curb appeal. I mean, it's just a wonderfully looking house. How can you argue with an in-ground pool, especially in Florida, as we had just said? If you can't be on the water, well, let's get a pool in the backyard and can kind of cool off in these warmer, muggy days that we've been having.
Yeah, if you like to be in town or like to be out in the country, literally this neighborhood and this house is the best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds, you said it. All right, on to our next one. We have 9085 Caribbean Drive. This is another gorgeous house in Coral Creek, which is a very desirable subdivision. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,080 square feet, and the list price on that is $165,000. As you can see, brand new sports pool there, hard surface countertops, very open floor plan. We'll go on to our next one. We have 2557 Granada Camino. This is on a deep water canal that leads into Bayou Grande. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath house, 1,925 square feet, and $150,000. Waterfront home for $150,000.
How can you pass that up?
You really cannot pass that up, that's for sure. So
you'll probably ask yourself, what's wrong with it? Nothing.
It's in immaculate condition. It literally is. All right, our last sales listing is 2127 Dog Track Road. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath home boasting 1,600 square feet of living area. List price is $135,000. This home sits on a half-acre of land, which is a very good amount of land, especially for the price. It's got beautiful hardwood floors. It's got a brand new HVAC unit. As you can see, tile floors in the kitchen, newer appliances, spacious bedrooms. This is definitely a great value for this home. Again, especially being on a half-acre.
Yeah, it's priced to sell.
Exactly, and dog track, of course, you can see the Blue Angels practicing. Just a really good centralized location. So next we're going to move on to our rentals. First one is 4031 Leesway Circle. This is a gorgeous 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home in the Hidden Oaks subdivision. It boasts 2,600 square feet, and it's only $1,675 a month. As you can see, very, very gorgeous rental that we have.
I love the layout of this house.
Yeah.
2-story
it looks like, obviously.
Yes.
Look at those granite countertops, that tile backsplash. Man, what a steal for $1,675 a month.
You walk in, it's a showplace.
Showplace, excellent. We're going to move on to our next one. We got 1077 Freeboard Boulevard. This is a
location.
Nice
house.
Location, 4-bed, 2-bath, 2135 square feet. It's in Emerald Shores Estates. That's $1,595 a month.
Right by the base, right by the beach.
Right by the bay and beach. Hey, you can't beat that. So we'll move on to our next rental, 2143 Yardley Circle. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath home, 1,750 square feet. That's going for $1,295 a month. That's off Michigan Ave, and that's near Crescent Lake.
Yeah, these pictures do not do it justice.
They really don't. Gorgeous hardwood floors. I've been in that home as well.
Yeah.
Again, any of these, 941home.com for more information on any of these rentals or sales. We have 2 more to go over real quick. 742 Marlin Spike Drive. That's in Emerald Shores subdivision. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,625 square feet. We have $1,195 is the rent on this house, and that's really a good rate, especially for Emerald Shores subdivision.
Yeah, yes, it is.
It's right there off Gulf Beach Highway, right near the back gate of NAS. You're only about maybe 10 minutes to Perdido Key, and the beach is out there as well. Lastly, we have 1893 Gulf Bay Lane, 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot home. That one's going for $1,150, and that is located in South Bay. So that's going to be it for us, folks. We've enjoyed it. I know it's different without the bald, shiny head, but we hope you'd had a good time, and I know he misses being here. So anyways, we will see you next time, and that is the last word.
Good night.
Good night.
Like what I did there. Got the